And welcome to YouTube Tuesday with me, Jessica Brigden of Jess B Creative Cardiology. We are here in the last few days of March. It is spring, and I have got the cutest little fluffy bunny cards to share with you today using Stampin' Up's Storybook Moments collection, especially the designer series paper. We have the cutest patterns. I mean, check these out. We got the cutest little bunnies on everything. So I can't wait to share these with you. I have created tons of cards with the Stampin' Up! Storybooks Moments collection, which is odd because originally I was like, I don't need that. And then I ordered the paper pack because it comes with these super cute die cut sheets, and whoa, I just started creating. It's so quick, simple. They come together so nicely. I actually created a card class. I have one kit to go left. It's $49. It includes one sheet of the die cut images. It includes the pre-cut materials for 13 cards, a full package of the antique pearls, and a Stampin' Seal refill, and the cutest little gift bag that's Beatrix Potter themed. So if you're interested in one of these, I did put the link in the comments. Okay, like I said, act quick. I have one of these left. I believe shipping, I charge like $6.50 for shipping. So it ends up being like $55, okay? So I'm gonna show you one of the cards. Part of my class to go is not only a PDF tutorial for the 13 cards, but I've actually included several bonus tutorials, one of which is a card that I'm going to show you today. And so I believe by the time I added in my Pop and Twist card from Friday, be sure to check that out if you haven't already. It's like 19 tutorial PDFs. It's crazy. So, all right, let's get started today. I've got quick and simple fluffy bunny cards. All right. And if you are tuning in, let me know where you are joining me from. All right, we are here at the okay. All right, sorry about that. A little technical glitch. All right, but you can see a little bit left of my March host code here for just the last couple days. All right, KHAMJWS7. All righty. If you place an order with me using that, then I'm able to send you my product tutorials. My project tutorials, excuse me. This month, we are all about the current mini catalog products. All right, if your order is $50 or more, then I will send you my Fun Fold workshop kit of the month. That's always awesome. And then if your order is $75 or more, you'll also receive a free embellishment. So go ahead and use that code. We've got a couple days left, okay? All right, so for the first card here, we are using some boho blue. This is a retiring color. This is the color I am going to miss the most because it pairs so well with Misty Moonlight. I mean, look, there's such a nice complement to each other there. All right, so 5.5 by 8.5 fold at the 4 1/4. Okay, so just a half sheet of cardstock. And I did cut some basic white for the inside. So we're gonna go ahead and stick that in so that I don't forget. Okay. All right, this is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so for this card, I am using these two particular prints. The back side is this leafy green vine print. And the front side, we have a blue wreath of flowers. And these, it looks like vintage wallpaper to me. Little blue flowers on here. All right, these are each 3 by 4, 3 inches by 4 inches. And they are part of a full sheet of patterns that come in the Storybook Moments paper pack with all these different 3 by 4 and 4 by 6 pieces that you can separate. Hi, Margaret. Hello, hello. And I see my David popping in there to say hi quick. But yeah, so I love these two patterns, okay? I'm going to show you a quick little tip because you do not have to keep them as 3x4. So I'm going to show you a little trick for this one. Okay, so we're going to take the one that looks kind of like wallpaper here, and I'm going to cut it in half. All right, because this would be perfect for our card front. Our card is 4 1/4 tall here. So this is perfect. My DSP is already 4 inches. So I'm going to cut it in half. All right, so since it's 3x4, I'm going to stick it in here at the 1.5 inch mark. And don't worry if it's not exact. What we're doing is we're splitting this apart and we're going to use it for designer series paper here. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is glue these 1.5 by 4 inch strips to the left and right edges of our card. So I'm going to glue them so we've got 1/4 inch at the top, bottom, and the right side there. And then we'll do the same thing over here on the left. All right, so 1/4 inch, top, bottom, and left. Hi, Cheryl. Oh, hello, hello. So glad you caught me live. That's awesome. Thank you for tuning in. I hope it is warm and sunny in California and you can send some my way because it is chilly here. Okay, so the next thing I need, I've got a scrap here of some Misty Moonlight, and I want to pop my little wreath panel up. So again, I'm going to just grab my trimmer. Now this piece is 3x4, so to mat it, I want it to be 3 1/4, which my paper already is. That's perfect. Okay, so I want it to be 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And it looks like I have just a little bit to trim off of the bottom. So that works out good. I always keep my scraps tucked in my paper pack. So you can see I've got all kinds of different sizes in there. I try not to keep anything. I see one little piece snuck in here. I'm actually gonna throw this out because that's too small. All right, so I try not to keep anything smaller than 1/2 inch. All right, because that's like the minimum usable size. All right, otherwise your scraps can kind of get so they take over, and we don't want that. All right, so we're going to mount this on top. Oops. There we go. So we have a nice little frame of Misty Moonlight. This just kind of helps this panel stand out a little bit. And I think if we want to take that a little bit further, let's put some dimensionals on the back of this. Okay. Let's go ahead and do 5. All right, that'll be perfect. Just to pop it up, you get front and center. All right, and then here we go. We're gonna go right, well, approximately the middle. Okay. There we go. All right, so cute little card, simple. We just use those 2 3x4 pieces of designer series paper and then mounted one here on the front. All right, so from our paper pack, as you can see, I have lots of little scrap pieces. All right, and we've got some of the cutest little bunny images amongst here. Now for some of the images, there are die cuts. All right, so from the Storybook Friends stamp set and the dies, some of the dies do cut out